This is Hawi Rapudo.
David Waithaka.
We are in the town in Kenya called Naivasha. Naivasha, for those who don't know, is one of the lakes on the Great Rift Valley. Has pink flamingos, and as part of the volcanic action, that's what happened. So it's one of the national parks in Kenya with wild animals.
Naivasha also carries one of the most industrialized places. We have a lot of flower farms and a lot of hotels. So much of tourism is going on in this town.
And why are we here?
We are here because we are doing training on evaluation so that we can be able to evaluate UN programs and programs at the one-stop centers, which are youth empowerment centers in Nairobi. That's why we are here to get those 5 days of evaluation training.
I think also the other thing is that we work for the youth as partners in the youth empowerment program. So we are borrowing a leaf from this so that we can come out of this process and go and train other partners and the staff of the youth empowerment.
The youth empowerment program, we would say, is a human habitat program that's leading, and there are a lot of projects and programs taking place within that. So other than the one-stops, also we will be doing evaluation of programs within the youth empowerment programs at UN Habitat.
And today was the first day of 5 days. So what were some of the things that stood out for you on day one of the evaluation training?
One of the things that really stood out is there is no cut and dry, one simple way of doing evaluation. That there are many things that can evaluation can be done in many different ways, and it's pretty much what you're looking for. What do you want? It's not a negative end of the program thing. It's supposed to be a practical tool that helps us to improve our programs and projects anywhere.
And
evaluation is very simple, but it looks very complicated. It's like cooking. If you understand cooking, you're talking about coming up with the right recipes, coming up with the right ingredients. And this is just a process, so you understand evaluation very clearly. It makes us have a new way of doing things, but we've been doing evaluations every day. But most of us have not been keeping records.
We just don't know we are evaluating when we choose to buy from one shop and not the other, or when we choose things based on a price, or we say so and so is angry. We are doing an evaluation, so everybody is doing evaluation. It's just that when it's formalized, then people get afraid of it and think it's a complicated issue, but it's just a way of indicating preference, indicating our likes, dislikes, and measuring. It's very simple.
Great. That's great advice to someone who hasn't done an evaluation that we all evaluate every day. We talked about something called the FUPA principle, F-U-P-A. Do you remember what that stood for, the F?
Yes, we did. Feasibility, it's feasible.
Yeah.
And the U, it's useful. The P is practical, and the A means it has to be, evaluation has to be accurate.
Great,
yes.
Great. Anything else that you want to say about today? You've done a great job.
The most important thing is that the evaluation as a process has two frameworks, which when you're sitting in the group, you're able to come up. It's the program logic model and the logical framework analysis. And these are things that they share something which are common. One is activities, the other one is indicators, the other is outputs and outcomes, which are very critical in these processes. And as an evaluator, it's important to understand all these kind of things.
Great.
The other thing I want to say is it's been a fun day because there are a lot of practical examples, there are a lot of fun in games. It's quite an interactive session, and this helps to ease people, because when people hear about evaluation, they get a little bit apprehensive. But when it's done in a fun way, in a fun, practical, and using relevant examples, it really comes out. So the fact that there were a lot of games played helped a lot to make the learning much easier and much more fun.
Great. Well, I want to say thank you to both of you. The voice you hear is Ragan, the trainer. And this is day 1 of 5, so stay tuned for 4 more days of training, 4 more video clips. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you from Naivasha.
Thank you very much.